Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripasindavyayascha Patitanam Pavanam Vaishnavya Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pujani Nivishesha Shunuri Pashthatari Shatani. When I was sitting here, and I saw that Ambarisha Prabhu was telling Sachasita Prabhu, you have to speak. So then I knew he was going to ask me before long. And I was thinking to myself that, well, I know Maharaj and I've had a good relationship with him, but what have I got to say? But as I was listening to everyone else, then so many things came to mind. So I'll try to summarize these points. First of all, Nandalal was talking about how Maharaj wouldn't call him a demon, but Maharaj used to call me a demon all the time. I used to serve in Charanamrita in the temple, and he'd always give me a big slap on the back and go, hey, demon, like that. And that's the other thing, his memory is incredible, because whenever I used to see him in other countries like in Mayapur or other places around the world, he would do the same thing. He would remember, hey, demon, like that. It's just like Padasarati Mandaji was saying that he would recognize you and immediately, you get good, like. And that was just a very endearing thing that he remembered me personally, and he was happy to see me. It was a wonderful quality. It was just reminding me, listening to my Guru Maharaj Bhakti Tree Swami's Vaishnava Etiquette series many years ago. They had a role play where you had to come and meet a devotee after a long time and show what the devotees do when they meet. So the devotees met and they said, oh, please accept my humble obeisances and bow down. And I remember that time my Guru Maharaj said, no, that's not right. Do it again. This time you have to really be pleased to see the devotee. And I just connected it now that Mahavishnu Maharaj had that quality that he was always pleased to see devotees wherever they were. Also Rasamandala Prabhu was talking about how he had some personal relationship, but as time went by there was not so much personal connection, so I also felt that when Mahavishnu Maharaj first came here in around 93, we had some nice personal exchanges, but then he became a world traveller, and when I used to meet him I only had a few moments, but I still felt a lot of love from Maharaj even though we didn't get to speak so much and things like that. The impact and importance that Mahavishnu Maharaj has here in Auckland especially, and New Zealand, cannot be understated. We might think, Mahavishnu Maharaj visited here a few times, has a few disciples, he's a sannyasi amongst many sannyasis. But actually his impact is very powerful. When he came here in 1993, he inspired us all to learn the seed slokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I never even knew that there were such a thing as seed slokas before that, but he inspired me to learn those as well as the other devotees. He inspired in particular devotees like Padmasambhava Prabhu, and what he learned from Mahavishnu Maharaj, you can see, is very prominent in all the Namahatas that are going on today. The emphasis on learning the seed slokas and the importance of studying the scriptures, it's all coming from Mahavishnu Maharaj, we can basically say. He gave a lot of very personal instructions to the devotees, and we can always feel his presence and remember him as the devotees are chanting the seed slokas, as they're chanting the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I wasn't very much into learning slokas, but after Mahavishnu Maharaj came, I was really inspired to memorize the slokas, and so were so many other people. So I just wanted to mention that Maharaj is not just another sannyasi that visits New Zealand. He has had a very powerful impact. I was mentioning how the Namahata in general But then we can see that so many devotees have become initiated by Mahavishnu Maharaj and very inspired by him. It shows what an impact he had on the devotees' lives in this place right here. Now I was just recalling a few small pastimes that Maharaj spoke with us. He was a very practical person and he used to give instructions. It's like recently he was saying that if you take black salt, it's very good for the health. When we went to Ambarisha house, the prasadam always tastes a little bit different because he always uses black salt. And one of the instructions he gave at one time was that we shouldn't use salt, instead use chickpea flour. So one devotee, Tulsi, she took this up and a devotee asked her, well, what was your experience? Was it good using chickpea flour? She said, I felt, it was good. I felt very clean. I did smell a bit like a pakora, but it was very, a good feeling. So I just remember that connection. Another thing that I'm repeating what Tulsi Mataji said. One time we had a parikrama around the Varshan, and we assigned different places to relate to different parts of Vrindavan and Mayapur. And Tulsi was repeating something that she had heard from Mahavishnu Maharaj at that time. It was a story about a man who was very sick, and whenever he used to eat, he used to vomit. And they were really worried because he was becoming skinnier and skinnier and weaker, and he wasn't holding down any food. So then one doctor said, you should give this person ghee. Let them drink a cup of ghee or something like that. And people thought, this is crazy. Here's a person that's about to die and they want to give him all this oily, heavy ghee. How's that going to help the person? But they followed the instruction and this person actually got better. And the secret to this, the doctor explained, is that even though this person is vomiting all the food, because the ghee is sticky, something will remain there and give nourishment and let the person get strong. So Maharaj told this story as an analogy to hearing the Bhagavatam. We may read Prabhupada's books or attend the classes, and we may think, what am I getting out of it? Am I really learning the lesson? Am I really hearing anything? Is it really sinking in? But just like that person who kept vomiting the ghee, we may not realize the effect, but some of it will stick with us. We just need to keep doing it and keep doing it, and the Bhagavatam will have its impact. And finally, I just wanted to speak about Maharaj's youthfulness, because I was sitting here today and looking at this wonderful picture. Now in this picture, Maharaj must be 80-something, or perhaps 90-something. 90. He's 90 years old, but does he look 90? Look at his face. Haribol! And I never felt when I was with Maharaj that I was with an old man. I always felt that I was with a close friend. A very youthful person. And my final, just personal feeling, looking at this picture, is that we feel separation from Maharaj, because, as Ambarisha was saying, he's performed his disappearance pastimes. But if we have the chance to look at this picture, this is not a picture of going away. Now we might think that Maharaj is saying, see you later, but no. This is not what I take from this picture. This is a picture for me that says, it's great to see you, as I mentioned at the very beginning. Maharaj is always happy to see us. He's saying, it's great to see you. Come with me. Come. I'm with Krishna, come with me. So with that in mind, let's continue to read the Srimad Bhagavatam. As Radhikanta Prabhu was saying, I'm praying that I can get a taste for the Bhagavatam the way that Maharaj had that taste, so that we can go back with Maharaj. He's calling us. Let's go there. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Mahavishnu Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.